Let's review the new Haus Labs Concealer. I'm excited for this one. Why? Because the foundation is phenomenal and this concealer is a play on that foundation. This concealer is the Triclone Skin Tech Concealer, has over 20 plus skincare ingredients in the formula. Same goes for the foundation. So today I have the foundation on just because I enjoy this foundation a lot. If you're into a serum-y, like a gel consistency packed with skincare, this is a beautiful foundation. But let's focus on the concealer. This new concealer from Haus Labs is $32 US. They have over 30 shades to choose from. So this is supposed to be a lightweight, long-wearing, non-comedogenic concealer. It visibly blurs. That's what I was really excited about. Depuff, brighten, and conceal with medium buildable coverage with a natural finish. Of course, we're gonna do a full day wear test, and on our website, we'll do more of like a dive in depth, see if there aren't any comparable concealers, maybe some dupes, and so forth. MilabuBeautyReview.com. And they pretty much say you can use your finger or a concealer brush to apply. They don't really say how much, but let's just go with like 3 dots. This is number 3, Fair Rosy. I think that might be good. It might be a little too bright, but we'll see. I might need to take a little bit of the neutral shade to blend out the concealer. No surprise, Rare Beauty concealer brush. Okay, this is giving me a light medium coverage, those 3 dots. I thought it was gonna be a little more stretchy. I'm just comparing everything to the Natasha Denona concealer because that one just stretches very far. I feel like this concealer, it's going closer to the Gucci concealer where it's providing that coverage, but it's not as stretchy. It did blend out really nice though. 3 dots. I feel like I want a little bit more coverage, especially in the inner corner. It's brightening my under eye pretty good, but I feel like the coverage, it's a little lacking. I'm gonna take the 11 neutral shade and apply it like right here, just to add a little bit more of that coverage. And see if we can add a little bit more coverage right here. I'm just going back with my foundation brush and just softening those edges with whatever is left on my brush. You can really see the before and after differences. My after, the under eye area, especially in the inner corner, the blues and the deeper tones that I have going completely are canceled out. My inner corners are very brightened, they're concealed. I don't know if it's just me or because I read it depuffs my under eyes. I honestly think it's depuffing my under eyes. Maybe it's just the way the colors are looking, how especially right here, my under eye area looks very lifted and awakened and very fresh and brightened and concealed, but it's not concealed where it looks heavy. It's very skin-like finish, which I appreciate. I did have to use 5 little dots, but the dots, the amount of product that I applied, the amount of concealer, it was very minimal. It wasn't a lot of concealer. It's not a slippy type of a concealer. It does have a little bit of resistance where you place it. It's kind of staying in that area, but it's not sticking to anything that I have under my eyes, if I have something under my eyes. And they do say because there's so much skincare in here and the consistency of the concealer, it's best to let the first layer set and then build up for your desired coverage if that's what you need. I'm also noticing that when I apply concealer, not as close to my lower lash line, it wears so much better throughout the day because sometimes, because I do have creasing right next to my lower lash line, and I find that when I don't pick it or blend it right into my lower lash line, it doesn't crease as much and it wears, like I said, much better all day long. And I think it looks a little more natural as well. Go back in the foundation brush and just soften the edges. Finished the rest of my makeup. I did set my face using the Haus Labs, their Bio Blurring Loose Setting Powder in Translucent, but I left the under eye area, the concealer area, untouched with the setting powder. So we're gonna go on with our day and see how this concealer performs, see what happens, and let's move on to the next part of this review, the wear test. First update for the Haus Labs Concealer. I want to set with a little bit of the Haus Labs powder that I use for the face. The reason why is it's feeling a little tacky under the eyes, and if I get like any hair, it kind of sticks to it. Do you see that? just sticking to my under eye area. It feels like I have a lot of eye cream underneath, which feels, you know, it's good, it's hydrating, but it doesn't, I feel like it's starting to slip and slide the concealer a little bit. So I am going to set the under eye area just a tad. Very lightly set under the eyes. Yeah, I think that even looks better. That was like roughly 3 hours after I did my makeup. I think that looks a little better, and it feels better also under the eyes. It doesn't feel as sticky. Okay, we are 12 hours in for the Haus Labs Concealer, and this is my final review for this update. I like the concealer. I think the longevity is not there, even with the setting powder. It's just, I'm finding that I'm seeing a little bit of shadowing in the inner corner. So some of that coverage has pretty much disappeared a little bit. I'm not saying all of it is gone, but it has disappeared a little bit. I do like the application of the concealer, but I found that if I'm comparing it to, let's say, the new Gucci concealer or one of my favorites, Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer, those are both medium to full coverage. I am able to achieve a full coverage with less product in comparison to Haus Labs Concealer. I applied 5 dots and I found that I was able to achieve like a medium to almost full coverage with that amount. And the other concealers were better on my skin in comparison to the Haus Labs. I think if you have issues with your concealer moving, sliding, slipping around, this concealer, you definitely have to set your under eye area. I found that I had to set it, which usually I don't have to. I don't have to with the Natasha High Glam Concealer or the Gucci. Those concealers wear really well on their own without setting. But with this concealer, I found that I just felt very tacky and sticky. And if I touched my under eye very gently or lightly, I felt like I was picking up the concealer underneath my eyes. So I wanted to set it, and that's why I set it. But all in all, I like the way the concealer applied. I like the way the concealer looks under the eyes. I think it looks very brightened, very awakened. Even with those 5 dots that I applied a very thin layer. It still looked really nice under my eyes. It didn't look crepey. And I still think now it doesn't look crepey either. It's just, I lost a lot of that coverage throughout the day. I'm not sure why. I wasn't really trying to rub my eyes or touch my under eye area. So I'm not really sure why I lost a lot of that coverage. To conclude this review, I will have a lot more information on our website, and I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching, spending time with me, and I'll see the next one very soon.